Good evening, everybody. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. We are here to bring you some live coverage on the New Jersey drones mystery. There have been mysterious drone sightings in New Jersey since the middle of November. And federal and state authorities are investigating them. Number of state politicians have been demanding answers, and it is still not publicly known what these drones are exactly, who is flying them, and why. So we want to bring you an update here and take some of your comments and questions on the air. At Lookner on X is where you can reach me during the broadcast. And a reminder, I am still visiting and enjoying Mexico City, so I am not in my normal studio. So the broadcast probably is going to look and sound a bit different than it normally does. I'm sorry for any technical difficulties. Hopefully we can avoid anything major. And we'll be taking your comments and giving you the latest updates. Yeah, and people... again, the lighting might be a little off. It's just because I can't literally pack up all my lights from the studio and bring them on a plane with me. So I'm sorry if the lighting is a little different than it normally is. But given that it has to be everything I can bring on a plane with me, I'm doing the best I can. Okay, now... let's get into this. Let us get into this. And we're going to be taking your comments on the air as well. One congressman even suggested that the drones were being sent by an Iranian mothership off the coast of the U.S., but the Pentagon denied that today. We'll talk about that. Thank you, Tie Shoes, who says, please don't hype this up. Please approach this from a rational and factual tense. Is that what I do, Tie Shoes? Is this channel known for hyping things up or for approaching things from a rational and factual tense, as you say? Thank you so much, Tie Shoes. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Thanks for your support. Hey, let me shout out our moderators. Oh, also thanks to Evie, 1973, L Train, our member, and Jeff Buddington, our member. Thank you. Give me 1 second here. Just need to do something here. Okay. Big thanks to our moderators who are with us. We have Beth Mythical moderating over there on YouTube. Sarah55 is moderating on YouTube. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Over on Twitch, A Moment of Lovely, McBritches, Nightbot. Nightbot is moderating. Certainly Dev and Tariag are all there. Thank you. Also thanks to Shaggy for subscribing on Twitch and Amelian for subscribing on Twitch. That's really nice of you. On Facebook, I want to thank our moderators over there. Linda Belk and Larry moderate for us on X, by the way. Thank you. And Margaret Riley over there on Facebook. K. Larry Body, thank you. And all of our other, Ronald Egnor and all of our other moderators, thanks. How is the, looks like the microphone audio is okay in terms of volume. See, it looks like it's okay to me. Do we need any more volume on the microphone? You don't want too much. Checking things out right now. People are saying it's good. Can let me know if otherwise. Don't want it too high. Okay, people are saying it's good. All right, so let's show you a little something about this. Now, I'm going to start by showing you an article that came out like a week ago, but it's a nice kind of introductory article. It is from the AP. Now, you might say, why is the black side of the screen black? The right side of the screen black. So AP normally posts photos with their articles, which I can show. But in this article, they posted like a screenshot from a video, which I'm not supposed to show. So just to be safe, I have the right side blacked out. I'll show you more photos. I have other photos I can show you, but that's why the right is black. But this is from Associated Press from December 4th. FBI, oh, excuse me, I got to drink some water. FBI is investigating reports of large drones flying in New Jersey and seeks public's help. And this was actually a week ago. So this gives you a little bit of a sense of how long this has been going on. It's been going on since mid-November, but this was an article from a week ago. The FBI is investigating reports about several mysterious nighttime drone flights that have recently occurred across central New Jersey and has asked the public for help. I read another article that talked about northern New Jersey. Hold on a second. I got to go to... witnesses have spotted a cluster of what appears to be drones larger than those typically used by hobbyists. A bunch of these reports suggest that the drones are larger than the usual hobby drones, as well as a possible fixed-wing aircraft flying in several areas along the Raritan River since November 18th. Hold on. It is not clear why the flights happened or who was flying the devices, but federal and state officials stress that there are currently is no known threat to public safety. The flights have raised questions in part because they took place near the Picatinny Arsenal, a U.S. military research and manufacturing facility, and over President-elect Donald Trump's golf course in Bedminster. The FBI asked that residents share any photos or videos they may have of the flights, along with any other relevant information. The FAA imposed drone flight restrictions in the area this week. This is from last week, while authorities investigate the reports. Law enforcement officials in Morris and Somerset counties issued a joint statement Tuesday saying they were aware of the reports and would continue to monitor the drone activity. Let me show you in a map where we're talking, well, at least from this article where we're talking about. There have been more counties with drone reports. It's, as the story is becoming a bigger story, there's been some more reporting. It's possible that some of the new reports aren't. I'll show you some articles about this, mentioning this, but it's possible that some of the new reports are just people who normally would not look for these things, and they look up and they see something, and it turns out that it's a plane or something like that. But it is thought to be that there are real drones up there. Let me show you on a map here something. So let's look up Bedminster and Picatinny. The Picatinny Arsenal. So the article mentioned that drones have been spotted near Picatinny Arsenal, a U.S. military research and manufacturing facility, and over Trump's golf course in Bedminster. So Picatinny Arsenal, oops, that's not it, is... Okay, hold on, I got to get this set up for you. Here we go. Picatinny Arsenal is a military base, and you can see it is located in northern New Jersey. There's Picatinny Arsenal. And then, it says Picatinny Arsenal right there. Picatinny Arsenal, military base. And then, where is... in relation to that, I'll do directions. Hold on a second here. Trump National Golf Course. So that's not that far from Bedminster. It's about 25 miles from Bedminster, Trump's golf course there. So you can see that both of those are in more northern New Jersey. Okay. So again, they've been seen near Picatinny Arsenal, which is a military research and manufacturing facility. Also have been seen some over Trump's golf course in Bedminster here. But there's been reports of them in other places too. Our viewer Abracadabra says these drones are huge, the size of an SUV. It's believed they are bigger than normal hobby drones. We'll talk more about that. Let's see here. Are they only being reported in New Jersey? I think there might have been some reports in New York. Most of them are in New Jersey. I'll show you some other reporting about this. Hey, by the way, a quick thanks to hang on. Oops. Hold on. Hang on 1 second. We have a bunch to discuss with this. A quick thanks for your support. Beam Me Up for the gift memberships. I really appreciate that. Beam Me Up. Also, Rick D for the gift memberships. Thank you, Rick D. Thank you, Stay in Sticks and Stones for being a member. Thank you, With the Flow, for your support. Thank you, Beam Me Up, for being a member. It says, strange they appear soon after the Congress hearings. You mean the UFO hearings? Thanks, Beam Me Up. Kay Kremlin. Kay Kremlin thinks they are likely the new pivotal Arrow Man drones. This appears to be a military operation by the DoD testing new and classified aircraft. That's what Kay Kremlin thinks. Thanks, Kay Kremlin. Thanks you also, Marnie, our member. DJ Dungeon Master, our member, who thinks it's either aliens, U.S. government, or foreign government. None good. Thank you, B. Earhart, for being a member. And also, thanks Stunned in the North for subscribing, and A Moment of Lovely for gifting a subscription. And Brainstorm Warning for the shout-out. And Frumpingtons for the bits on Twitch. And Softball Paul for subscribing. Okay, let's show you some more about this. Trying to give you some background first. Okay, now here's an article from today. And actually, there's a couple of photos that go along with this. Let me pull up those photos. Homeland Security shares new details of mysterious drone flights over New Jersey. This is also an Associated Press article. One moment here. Let me pull those photos up. I have them right here. I saved them before for you. Hold on. So this article comes with a couple photos. And the first one is for Randolph, drones appear to be flying over Randolph, New Jersey on December 4th. And the second one is drones are seen over Bernardsville, New Jersey on December 5th. So the first one is, this is the one from Bernardsville, this first one. This is drones seen over Bernardsville on November 5th. Now, are all three of these drones or just two? I don't know. That's this Associated Press picture. That's Bernardsville, New Jersey on December 5th. And the other one is from December 4th. There. What part of that's Randolph, New Jersey. Possible drones on December 4th. These are just two photos. But they came with the article, so. Okay, let me show you this. We'll watch the part of the Pentagon press conference where they talked about this today, too. Our viewer, hold on, the tasteless flew by. Where'd it go? Where'd the comment go? One of our viewers said they thought it was the U.S. government. Now I can't even see the comment. think it was the tasteless generation. Hang on a moment here. Mr. Classic says, I want to believe. Joel PM says, is this just a PR stunt by a new drone company? Ben Zion says, Pentagon, they're friendly drones. Corn Dog says, it's not DOD. They would have informed local authorities. Club says, this has never happened in American history. We are living in interesting times, guys. That's what our viewer Club said. Mr. Vax says, I'm betting these come from DARPA. Sentient Cannabis says, this is one of those things that sounds silly at first, little conspiracy theory-ish, turns out very real and interesting. Robert McCandless thinks it's Amazon test flying their drones. Marnie says, oh yes, the government's really good at informing us of anything. All right, let's give you some more updates here. By the way, thank you so much to Spyman, who says drones are a form of aircraft and it is illegal to shoot down aircraft in the United States. Thanks also to Ariana7 for the gift membership. It's very nice of you. Thanks to NJ Prepper, who says in capital letters, drones everywhere over New Jersey for 4 weeks now, cover up. Thanks Dodger Blue and Liza for your support, who says have them in Staten Island, but we're very close to New Jersey. Thanks Kay Kremlin as well, who claims USAF has a contract to conduct military testing for this platform a few months ago. That's what Kay Kremlin says. All right, let me show you this. This is an article from Today, and this is an AP. The large mysterious drones reported flying over parts of New Jersey in recent weeks appear to avoid detection by traditional methods such as helicopter and radio, according to a state lawmaker briefed Wednesday by the Department of Homeland Security. You know what? I'm going to show you her post in a second. A state lawmaker made a post today after meeting with other authorities. We'll look at that next, but I want to just read you a little summary from this article today. In a post on the social media platform X, which we're going to look at, Assemblywoman Dawn Fantasia described the drones as up to 6 feet in diameter and sometimes traveling with their lights switched off. The Morris County, New Jersey Republican was among several state and local lawmakers who met with state police and Homeland Security officials to discuss the spate of sightings that range from the New York City area through New Jersey and westward into parts of Pennsylvania, including over Philadelphia. The devices do not appear to be hobby drones. This is a typo in the article. That's clearly a typo. I think it says the devices do not appear to be flown by hobbyists. We'll look at her actual post in a second. I'm just going to correct that. Where is it here? Yeah, they're not identified as hobbyist drones, she said in her post. All right, hang on a moment here. Hold on. Let's go back to this. Dozens of mysterious nighttime flights started last month and have raised growing concern among residents and officials, says AP. Part of the worry stems from the fact that the flying objects initially being spotted near the Part of the worry stems from the flying objects initially being spotted near the Picatinny Arsenal, a U.S. military research and manufacturing facility, and over Donald Trump's golf course in Bedminster. Drones are legal in New Jersey for recreational and commercial use, but they are subject to local and FAA regulations and flight restrictions. Operators must be FAA certified. Most, but not all, of the drones spotted in New Jersey were larger than those typically used by hobbyists. I want to say this again. Most, but not all, of the drones spotted in New Jersey were larger than those typically used by hobbyists, says AP. The number of sightings has increased in recent days, though officials say many of the objects seen may have been planes rather than drones. It's also possible that a single drone has been reported more than once. Governor Phil Murphy and law enforcement officials have stressed that the drones don't appear to threaten public safety. I'm going to show you what some local officials have been saying about this shortly. The FBI has been investigating and has asked residents to share any videos, photos, or other information they may have. Two Republican Jersey Shore area congressmen, United States Representatives Chris Smith and Jeff Van Drew, have called on the military to shoot down the drones. I'm going to read some more of this article, but I want to take a few more comments here. Our viewer Sfer says chances are all this is just all mass hysteria. Well, the reporting says that, and I believe this is also coming. Some of this is coming from authorities. I'll let you see what. I'll show you what the local official said in her meeting after her meeting with federal officials. But I mean, it does sound like, yes, there are a bunch of drone sightings, and they are legit drones, and a lot of the sightings are of drones bigger than the normal hobby drones, and it's not clear who is flying them. So I think in this case, it's safe to conclude that yes, there really are some drones flying around, and no, it's not just people seeing things. Certainly what it seems like. EJ Green says, what does the FAA know about this? Sacrifice Pain says, 100% I do believe that's from DARPA. DARPA, by the way, is, hold on a second here, hang on a moment. Wikipedia says DARPA is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, a research and development agency of the United States Department of Defense responsible for the development of emerging technologies for use by the military. I'm just showing you this because a bunch of people in the chat have mentioned DARPA. Let me read a few more comments here. Hey, by the way, thanks so much to Philip Sandcastle, who says Chinese hackers leverage telephone networks to control 4G, 5G accessible drones. Philip is offering that theory. Thank you. Daniel Rodriguez says, I DM'd you a close-up drone video over Bedminster. It's huge. Thanks, Daniel. I'll take a look at it. I cannot play videos I don't have the rights to. So I appreciate you sending me that, but just to let you know, I won't be able to play it. Thank you, Deshark, for your support. Deshark says multiple incidents here in UK also that started in November of drones going over US air bases in England. 60 British troops had been deployed in those areas. Probably not related, thought would mention. I know there's been some other drone stuff recently. Maybe we'll talk about that a little later in the stream. I have to refresh my memory on that. Thank you, Dashark. We'll stick with the New Jersey for right now, and maybe we can get into the other stuff later. Thanks, Dashark. Thank you also, Andy Scribbler, who says, related to the Chinese national arrested for flying drone and taking aerial photos of Space Force in California yesterday. Off the top of my head, I don't see a relation, but I have no idea. Without getting off the rails on this, really quickly, without getting distracted, without getting sidetracked, the FBI reported, was it yesterday? Where is it here? I posted about it. I'm just trying. Yeah, FBI Los Angeles said a Chinese national who is a legal resident of the U.S. was arrested for allegedly flying a drone over and taking photographs of Vandenberg Space Force Base. That came out yesterday. I posted about it. I don't know of any connection, but I don't know everything, so Thank you so much, Andy Scribbler. Thank you also, Tim747, for your support. Tim says, for any drones tests, companies must have permission. We would have known that a while ago. These are not tests. Thank you also, Axel, who says, Chicken Little predicted this. Thank you, Victoria Neeson, our member. Alaska, our member. Captain Jerry Donnelly, our member, who says, is this illegal activity? Apparently, there's a suggestion in the article we just read. It said that it said drones are legal in New Jersey. In this article, right? The article we've been reading. Where is it here? Or was it the previous article? Yeah, drones are legal in New Jersey for recreational and commercial use, but they are subject to local and federal aviation administration regulations and flight restrictions. Operators must be FAA certified. So it sounds like there's some sort of public disclosure you need to do if you're going to fly drones. It seems to me that maybe that disclosure has not been made, which would make it illegal, but I'm not sure. Okay. Let's continue with more information. Thanks to Stunned in the North for subscribing as well. All right. Again, we're looking at this AP article from today. Two Republican Jersey Shore congressmen, U.S. Reps Chris Smith and Jeff Van Drew, have called on the military to shoot down the drones. I believe it was today that Jeff Van Drew claimed that these drones were being sent by an Iranian mothership off the coast of the U.S., which is something the U.S. Pentagon denied today. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. Chris Smith, New Jersey congressman, said a Coast Guard commanding officer briefed him on an incident over the weekend in which a dozen drones followed a motorized Coast Guard lifeboat in close pursuit near Barnegat Light and Island Beach State Park in Ocean County. Coast Guard Lieutenant Luke Pinio told the AP Wednesday that multiple low-altitude aircraft were observed in the vicinity of one of our vessels near Island Beach State Park. So these are real, at least some of these are real drone sightings. The Coast Guard lieutenant said the aircraft were not perceived as an immediate threat and did not disrupt operations. The Coast Guard is assisting the FBI and state agencies in investigating. In a letter to the U.S. Defense Secretary, Congressman Smith from New Jersey called for military help dealing with the drones, noting that Joint Base McGuire Dix Lakehurst has the ability to identify and take down unauthorized unmanned aerial systems. Now, I should show you here, it talks about the Pentagon spokeswoman. We should look right now at the part where the Pentagon talked about this in their briefing today. If you give me a second, I'll actually pull that up for you. I just need to cue it up to where she talked about it. I have the briefing here. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on.
Defense Agency, Syria. We work with them. U.S. forces in the locations on South Korea.
I know Jennifer Griffin asked about it.
Rating of the do no change. What's prompting in terms of
Maybe they have a. Sometimes they post a transcript. Because that would make it easier for me to track it down in the actual video. And then I can just show it to you. All right, hold on. I have it. I got the transcript. I should be able to find it now. Okay. So it is towards the beginning, kind of. It's like the second or third question. Okay. That helps. I got it. Okay, I got it. Let's watch let's watch this clip of the briefing from earlier today, the Pentagon briefing. When the drones, when the press asked about the drones. I need you to just put up on the screen, this is earlier today. All right, there it is. There's the briefing. And then, do I need to move it up a little bit? Okay, I need the text to say earlier today. Good. All right, I think this is going to work. I think. Earlier today. It's a little big. Let's try this and see if it works.
Jen.
Sabrina, can you tell me what the Pentagon is doing to address this issue of drone sightings over New Jersey? It's near sensitive installations. The FBI is involved. What is the Pentagon doing?
Sure. So at this time, aware of those drone sightings that have been reported, at this time we have no evidence that these activities are coming from a foreign entity or the work of an adversary. We're going to continue to monitor what is happening, but at no point were our installations threatened when this activity was occurring.
Can you rule out that these are American drones or U.S. military drones?
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States. Phil.
Just a few questions really quick on Syria.
Let me just check and see if there were let me just see if there was any other drone discussion in the briefing. I'm looking. Oh, hold on. Yes, there is something else. There is another question referring to this. Where is this one? It's hard. Let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Really, I might just read you. I might just show you the part of the. Let me just see how many. If there's just one little mention, I might just show you the part of the. Transcript where it's on. No, there's actually more questions on this. There's more questions. So let me forward the briefing. I'll just forward it and get you the further questions on the drones.
You mentioned General Kurilla is in the region, I believe.
For having this group say they're going to secure them.
Of course, why it went down.
Who could it be?
Again, we're looking into that. Continue to work with the groups.
I think I found another question on the New Jersey drones.
These chemical weapons do not fall into the wrong hands. Eunice, yeah.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. Can you confirm that the SDF shot down a US MQ-9 Reaper on Monday?
I do know that an
That was not from. That was not the question.
MQ-9
Anti-aircraft capabilities.
Members and their families in northern Syria. So how?
Asian channel.
Well, we're working.
Drone that was shot down. Wars, sort of the chaotic nature of the situation.
To that.
In North Korea, is the defense secretary asked?
I'm just skipping from question to question because I want to show you the other questions. And I don't have the.
From there, saying that the U.S. mediated for them.
No. Where are the other drone questions?
Already.
The readout that you did at the top between Secretary Austin.
Discuss the
sort of
assistance for U.S. to speak to.
On upgrading the alliance command and.
What is the Pentagon seeing from ISIS right now? As
I'm going to do this for 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to switch to the transcript. I thought it was going to be easier to find the questions.
Operated. So I would let Israel speak to
Turkey back. I think
intelligence discussed at the Pentagon at the podium. Is that based on an intelligence assessment, or
is that true?
Yeah, I can't confirm that.
Back to the Oreshnik missile.
Sure.
In addition, pretty
use now, so I can't speak in field and losing their stronghold, which doing for them.
Against women, what role do you think U.S. military is still playing there?
All right, I'm abandoning my effort to find. I thought it would be easier for me to find the questions. I am abandoning that effort. I'm going to show you the transcript. I thought they were earlier. I'm looking at the transcript right now. I see other questions and answers. Should we go for it? Should we just try it? We're almost at the end of the briefing. I mean, they got to be there somewhere.
Security concern. Could you share some latest development on the aircraft? And I'm also wondering how you are communicating with allies such as Japan, which have...
No, that's nothing. That's not it. Oh, all right. Well, anyways, somehow I missed it. Here, I'm going to show you guys this. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I looked at the transcript. Okay, look. Here we go. I will show you in the transcript the other questions and answers about this from the press briefing today. Okay, question. Thanks, appreciate it. I just want to go back to the comments by Congressman Van Drew. We can remove the text thing too. He has the Pentagon. So Congressman Van Drew claimed that that Iran had a mothership near the U.S. that was sending these drones. So the question is, I just want to go back to the comments by Congressman Van Drew. Has the Pentagon spoken to him? Or has he plans to speak to him? And is there any sense from the Pentagon that there's a frenzy, a hysteria here that's overblown in terms of some of these sightings? And has the Pentagon assessed any of them to be confirmed to be drones as opposed to the aircraft or something else? And then the Pentagon press secretary responded, "Thanks, Howard, for the question. I mean, local law enforcement, FBI is conducting an investigation and looking into this. I mean, there's initial assessments are that these are drones and potentially, could be small airplanes. It could be a number of things that people are seeing and reporting. But again, that's, for the investigation to uncover, and I just can't speak to that more. In terms of, a frenzy, I think it's completely right that people report these sightings and that there is an investigation into, what they are seeing. But I think what's also important is to remember is that at no time were our military installations or our people ever under any threat. And if they were, of course, the base commanders have the ability to engage these drones if they do pose a threat. Can I just go one here and then, hold on a second, and then, hold on. Where is that? I got to get rid of that text thing. Why is the earlier today still up there? Oh, there it is. And then the question came, just the drone issue. If you don't know what they are, how can you say they're not a foreign adversary? Pentagon Deputy Press Secretary, our initial assessment is that this is not the work of a foreign adversary or a foreign entity. That is our initial assessment. Okay? I think there's one other drone question in here. All right, so we talked about the initial question. Oh, hold on, and here. One other thing on Congressman Jeff Van Drew. He says that the drones in New Jersey should be shot down. Is there any reason not to bring down these drones to figure out what they are? Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary. Well, that's a decision for local law enforcement. If a drone or, any activity is a threat to military installations, they always have the right for self-defense. And they can engage to respond to any potential risk, but with some of the drone activity or activities that you're referring to, there was not a threat to any military installations, so they didn't feel the need to engage. All right, so that is what the Pentagon said today about these drones. All right. Let me take some comments from you guys, then we'll give you more. I have a video that a congressman put out today and another statement, a different local. I have a local representative statement after meeting with authorities about what she heard, and then I have a video from a congressman I want to show you about this. Let me take some comments here. Hold on a second. Thanks, by the way, to Barb Filer, who says, saw one of those drones flying over my house last Saturday in southeastern New Hampshire. Barb claims she saw one in southeastern New Hampshire. Have you reported it, Barb? Thank you, Barb Filer. Thank you, Professor Falcon, who says, who's not telling the truth, Congressman or DOD? Thank you, Sean Morris, who believes the opposite of what the government says. Thank you, Jeffrey B., who says aliens confirmed. Thank you, Dan Reeder, who says, how can they be sure? How can they say they're not from Iran, but at the same time have no idea where they are from? Thank you, Snow White, for the gift membership and for being a new member. Thank you also to M, who says, we had reports of car-sized drones over the BP refinery in Whatcom County, Washington State back in August. FBI was investigating Google story. Maybe I can talk about that later. Thank you, M, for your support. Thank you, Patrick Davis says, I live in New Jersey. I kind of look forward to seeing them. I haven't yet. Thank you, Uneldo, for your support. Uneldo7, who says, I think it's possible this is being done by a handful of very smart nerds for fun. DIY drones may be the crop circles of our time. Thank you, R.A. Clark, who says, should be noted that China regularly uses civilian vessels in its Navy. These could be used as a local launch site. Thank you, Rocket Surgeon, for being a new member. Chemist the Kid thinks it's the Russians. Sean TX says, really? Does Iran have the capability? Riri Patton thinks the Pentagon knows and they are just not saying. Irish Ronnie says, does this remind anyone of the Chinese balloon? Bear Zion says, we don't know what they are, but we're not going to shoot them down. Doublespeak. Moments in Trading says, I bet if one of us flew a car-sized drone around, someone would do something about it. Dean R. says, must be too scary for us normal citizens. All right, hang on. I want to... Hey, Polly. Polly's there from that part of the country. Polly says it's Santa. Relax, everyone. Polly thinks it's Santa. Thank you, Polly, for your support. Hey, let me just show you some more of this. So we just looked at this. This is from this AP article from today about these. Again, mysterious drone sightings since November, mostly in New Jersey. Large, mysterious drones reported flying over parts of New Jersey in recent weeks. And this article says they appear to avoid detection by traditional methods such as helicopter and radio, according to a state lawmaker briefed Wednesday by the Department of Homeland Security. I'm going to get to her statement in a second. We'll talk about that in a second. Again, dozens of mysterious nighttime flights started last month and have raised growing concern among residents and officials. Part of the worry stems from the flying objects initially being spotted near the Picatinny Arsenal, a U.S. military research and manufacturing facility, and over President-elect Donald Trump's golf course in Bedminster. Most but not all of the drones spotted in New Jersey were larger than those typically used by hobbyists. And then I wanted to show you... just to repeat, a Republican congressman said a Coast Guard commanding officer briefed him on an incident over the weekend in which a dozen drones followed a motorized Coast Guard lifeboat in close pursuit. A Coast Guard lieutenant told the Associated Press today that multiple low-altitude aircraft were observed in the vicinity of one of our vessels near Island Beach State Park, but the aircraft were not perceived as an immediate threat and did not disrupt operations. And I want to go down here where it says here. So we mentioned that Pentagon spokeswoman Sabrina Singh today said that the Pentagon's initial assessment is that the drones are either not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary. Many local lawmakers in New Jersey have called for more restrictions on who's entitled to. I think this is in general. Many municipal lawmakers, I think in general in the country, have called for more restrictions on who is entitled to fly the unmanned devices. At least one state lawmaker proposed a temporary ban on drone flights in the state. The governor, Chris Murphy of New Jersey, said, "This is something we're taking deadly seriously. I don't blame people for being frustrated." Republican Assemblyman Eric Peterson, whose district includes parts of the state where the drones have been reported, said he also attended Wednesday's meeting at a state police facility in West Trenton. The session lasted for about 90 minutes. Peterson said Department of Homeland Security officials were generous with their time, but appeared dismissive of some concerns, saying not all the sightings reported have been confirmed to involve drones. So who or what is behind the flying objects, says Associated Press? Where are they coming from? Oh no, Peterson said this. There's missing quotes there. Peterson said, he is a Republican Assemblyman, said, so who or what is behind the flying objects? Where are they coming from? What are they doing? My understanding, I'm sorry, it's a little confusing. AP said, I guess he was talking about this, and then Peterson said, my understanding is they have no clue, Peterson said. I'm going to there's a couple more paragraphs in this article. I'll just finish it. Then I'm going to show you some more detailed stuff for some representatives. A message-seeking comment was left with the Department of Homeland Security. Most of the drones have been spotted flying along coastal areas, and some were recently spotted flying over a large reservoir in Clinton. Sightings also have been reported in neighboring states. James Edwards of Sukasana, New Jersey, said he has seen a few drones flying over his neighborhood since last month. It raises concerns mainly because there's so much that's unknown, he said. There are lots of people spouting off about various conspiracies that they believe are in play here, but that only adds fuel to the fire unnecessarily. We need to wait and see what is really happening here, not let fear of the unknown overtake us, he says. Okay, interesting article from the Associated Press. I'm going to take some comments from you guys. Next, I'm going to show you what a local politician said she heard in this meeting today with federal representatives. And then I'm going to show you a video that I haven't even watched yet by a congressperson from New Jersey that talks about this. Just to remind you here, we have these photos from the Associated Press. There's one from Bernardsville, and there's one from Randolph, New Jersey. That's a photo appearing to show Jones from Randolph, New Jersey on December 4th. And then we have this picture, which apparently AP says it shows drones over Bernardsville, New Jersey on December 5th. But I don't know if that's a drone or just these two. It's a little confusing. Let me read some comments from you guys. Let's see here. One of our Jose says first balloons and now drones. I mean, this seems kind of weird. They appear to avoid detection by traditional methods such as helicopter and radio, according to a state lawmaker briefed Wednesday by the Department of Homeland Security. All right, we'll talk about that in a second. Hold on a second here. Jimmy, I guess, has been watching somebody live streaming them most nights. Jimmy ZNJ. Kamba Paleo says, what is Nellis Air Force Base going to do? Contract Langley better. Any sound of them, says Anonymous. That I am not sure. Buffalo Women thinks the military is doing this, only an opinion. Hey, I'm going to ask a poll question right now. Who is flying these drones? Question mark. U.S. military, another country, regular people, or other. Okay, I just posted that on YouTube. I'm going to post it on Twitch now. Let's see what you think about this. I got to post it up. I got to post that on Twitch. It's poll time, folks. Who is flying these drones? U.S. military, another country, regular people, other. Okay, what do you have to say about this? Let us see what our chat has to say about this question. Over on YouTube, the results so far on YouTube are, the results so far on YouTube are 32% say U.S. military, 26% say another country, 15% say regular people, 26% say other. Quite divided there on YouTube. How about Twitch? What do our Twitch videos have to, our Twitch viewers have to say about this? Let's see what they're saying over there on Twitch. Okay, on Twitch we have U.S. military 25%, another country 11%, regular people 25%, other, I'm not even sure what other is. 39% say other on Twitch. The Great Shiny says, I bet it's just regular people. Other is aliens, someone said. Thunder says regular people with a lot of money. Let's see here. Nikki Newark says, I guess other means either CIA or aliens. Sorry, there's a little noise in the background. Sorry about that. That'll just be going on for a little while longer. It's not outside. It's not inside here. Again, I'm coming to you live from Mexico City, where I am away for just a little bit, enjoying this. It's a great city. But the lighting, you might notice the lighting is a little different. It might sound a little different. But hopefully no major technological mess-ups. Hopefully no major tech hiccups while we're here. But we'll see. Okay, thank you for voting in our poll. Now what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you this post by a local, I think she's a state representative, who was in a meeting with federal officials today, and she posted what she heard about these things. Okay, so so thanks for voting. Again, it seems like we're a little divided here. The winner on YouTube by a little bit is U.S. military, although not by much. And the winner on Twitch is other. Other wins on Twitch. Okay. Thank you for voting in our poll. Oh, by the way, speaking of thank yous, thank you to Bass300 for your support, who says, referencing the drones following the Coast Guard boat, maybe they're Coast Guard drones. Coast Guard is DHS, not DOD, so technically no DOD is true. Thank you, Bass300, for your theory. Thank you, T-Sky, for your support, who said, didn't Iran use hundreds of drones when it attacked Israel in April? Any drone sighting in U.S. should be taken seriously. Thank you, T-Sky. Thank you, DJ Dungeon Master, for your support, who says, how can they know they are not dangerous but still not know what they are? Someone's not telling the truth. Thank you. Don't kill me. What is it? Don't kill me. I'm just, hold on. Don't kill me. I'm just a vibe, who says, are you going to cover China surrounding Taiwan? No. China frequently does military exercises designed to send threatening message to Taiwan. There is no reporting or no sign that I'm aware of that China is getting ready to invade Taiwan. Everything I've seen suggests that their latest maneuvers around Taiwan are more of the same, more message sending and posturing. If China ever does anything beyond this, and I see reports that they're actually maybe going to invade Taiwan, I certainly will cover it. I will certainly cover it. Thank you so much to our viewer. Where'd it go? I can't even see it anymore. The name. I just said their name. Thank you also to the great, hold on. Oopsie. The Great Canadian Beaver. That's their real name in the chat. Who says, do people know they can buy drones you can get in and fly? Backfly drone, the Jetson one. People have money, spend it, have fun. That is from our viewer there in Canada. Thank you. And thank you, Hebrew Kevin, if I'm reading that right, who says it has to be the U.S. military. Radar would show where they come from and where they come and where they go, not one jet in the air. Thanks, Jose, who says aliens is the worst answer. Thanks, E equals MC squared dread, who says it's a psyop to change public opinion on drones. Okay, let's show you. Oh, and thanks, Beautiful Profanity, for subscribing on Twitch. All right, here's what I want to show you. One of our viewers, Jesse James, says we're goners. This was a really interesting post by, where is it? By Dawn Fantasia. So Dawn Fantasia is a New Jersey Assemblywoman with New Jersey's 24th Legislative District. Okay? And she said, I just left the New Jersey State Police Headquarters following the briefing of New Jersey state legislators relating to the unexplained drone sightings in New Jersey. Might I add, Governor Murphy was not present. My notes are organized following my take below on the situation. So again, this is Dawn Fantasia, who's a New Jersey Assemblywoman, a New Jersey state representative. And she said she was in a briefing today with New Jersey state legislators, and I believe the briefing was from federal officials. Isn't that what it was? If I go back to the AP story, it should say here. Yeah. It was a briefing from the Department of Homeland Security, according to AP. This is what she said she heard at the briefing with the Department of Homeland Security. Oh, and thank you to our moderators real quick. I want to shout them out. We have Sarah55 and Ruth Krafasi moderating. Who knows who might come into the chat on this stream? So it's extra important that we have our moderators there. Beth Mythical is moderating as well. Linda Belk and Larry on X. Over there on Twitch, A Moment of Lovely, Big Ball of Yarn, David Green, I Got That Fire. Mick Britches, Sarah and Surly Dev, all moderating over there on Twitch. Thank you. And thanks to our Facebook moderators as well. Facebook is working again, unlike earlier today. Kay Lowry Body is moderating, Margaret Riley, Ronald Egnor. Thank you. Thank you. Paul Anderson, thanks for moderating over there. Thanks to all of our Facebook moderators. Okay, so again, here is what Dawn Fantasia, New Jersey State Assemblywoman, said she heard in this meeting with the department that was reportedly with the Department of Homeland Security today. She says, "We know nothing, period. To state that there is no known or credible threat is incredibly misleading, and I informed all officials of that sentiment." She says, state authorities, including the New Jersey State Police, are shackled with what they are able to do. any interception or takedown of any UAS. Is UAS unmanned aerial system or something like that? UAS, guys? I know UAP. UAS abbreviation drone. Unmanned aircraft system, says the FAA, unmanned aircraft system. So she says any interception of or takedown of any unmanned aircraft system is under the strict jurisdiction of the federal government. That is what she is claiming. She says, at this point, I believe military intervention is the only path forward. There will be no answers in the absence of proactivity. She says the U.S. Coast Guard seems to be the most likely to intervene based upon our briefing, but even that component was shrouded in mystery. So she still has a lot of questions after this meeting with federal officials. Here is my summary of the briefing. So she posted a summary of this briefing that she said state legislators got. Overview of the issue. First, sightings. Reported on 11/18, with sightings occurring every night since then from dusk until 11 p.m., 6 to 7 hours. Frequency. Reports range from 4 to 180 sightings per night. Description. Large drones, up to 6 feet in diameter, operate in a coordinated manner. Lights are turned off, making them difficult to detect. Appear to avoid detection by traditional methods, e.g. helicopters and radio frequencies. Not identified as hobbyist drones or related to the Department of Homeland Security. Again, this is Dawn Fantasia, state assemblywoman in New Jersey, about what she heard in this meeting with federal officials today. Okay, she continues. Investigation and response. 1. Agencies involved. FBI, designated as lead agency for investigations. New Jersey State Police, coordinates with FBI on follow-ups. Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness, provides training and situational awareness. U.S. Coast Guard, involved in determining steps under their jurisdiction, details not disclosed. Federal involvement. Oh, hold on one second here. Federal involvement, she says. Continuing on with her report about this meeting. Federal involvement. FAA made night flights, I think, of drones legal in 2023, but require operators to maintain line of sight. So they have to be able to see the drone. She says, which is not being observed in these cases. Lack of federal legislation. Existing bills on drone regulation remain stalled in Congress. Detection challenges. New Jersey State Police deployed helicopters over Raritan Bay, but could not detect drones, even with infrared cameras. Current radio frequencies do not pick up drone signals. Colonel Callahan expressed concerns about potential danger, leading to a halt in helicopter deployments. I don't know if the concern was that flying helicopters around at night is dangerous, so I'm not sure about that. Or something else. Training and preparedness. Dawn Fantasia, New Jersey State Assemblywoman, said this is what they heard about training and preparedness. In-person counter unmanned aircraft systems training starts in Monmouth County in January and will expand statewide. So they're training, I guess, people to operate counter unmanned aircraft systems, however those will work. A UAS dashboard is being developed for tracking and managing drone sightings. Key concern, she says. Unknown origins. Authorities do not know where these drones take off or land. Very interesting. Capabilities. Drones maintain flight for extended periods, 6 to 7 hours, and over distances of 15 miles, raising questions about their technology and intent. Continuing here with what State Assemblywoman Dawn Fantasia says she heard in her meeting with federal officials today. Airspace regulation. Most sightings are in unrestricted airspace, but their behavior is unusual and potentially nefarious. Nefarious is like wicked. Unlike manned aircraft, these drones appear to operate without lights and evade detection. Public safety. Possible threats remain unconfirmed, but the lack of detection capability is a significant concern. To detect them. See Something, Say Something campaigns encourage the public to report sightings to local law enforcement and to the FBI. Statements from officials. Director of OHSP, which is Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness. Director of OHSP. There is no known or credible threat at this time. She says, I disagree. Urges continued reporting to law enforcement. Colonel Pat Callahan of New Jersey State Police suspended helicopter flights to investigate drones over safety concerns, emphasized the rapid pace of technological development in drones. Brent Cotton, DHS Counterterrorism, highlighted challenges in threat prevention and the need for improved technology and protocols. Next step, says Don Fantasia, enhanced surveillance use of infrared cameras and additional Coast Guard resources. Legislation and policy, advocate for advancing federal drone legislation stalled in Congress, public engagement, encourage reporting via the See Something, Say Something initiative. So, Don, so I'm gonna post a link to Dawn's X account. If you want to follow her, you can go to her X account. You can see this thread, and she said this was at the New Jersey State Police headquarters, this briefing. And if you want to follow her for updates, you can. She is at Dawn Fantasia _ New Jersey, and I will post a link to her X account in the chat. Okay? I'd like to see if anybody has any comments on what she had to say. Let's see here. Big Tommy says, I want to DM her. Hey, thanks so much to Callie Voltaire. That's very generous of you, Callie Voltaire. I really appreciate your support. That's really nice of you, Callie Voltaire. Also, thanks to TPAC 5000, who says, do you think DHS will ever send us to the streets with our birdshot guns to take down the flying things? It's defending the homeland. Thank you, TPAC. Thank you, Katya T, who says, using the verbiage mothership like Congressman Drew did seems highly peculiar and intentionally sensationalistic. Again, the Pentagon says they assess these are not coming from a foreign adversary, and they say there is no Iranian mothership. All right, give me one moment here. Take some more comments. There's actually a video a congressman from New Jersey made on this, and I haven't even watched it yet, but we're going to play that next. I haven't even watched it myself. One of our viewers said, hang on, I have a comment from a viewer. I have a viewer comment I want to read. It said, our viewer said, where is it here? I got to find it here. Tommy Hayes says, New Jersey is boring. This is the most excitement they have seen in a while. This is a big nothing burger. Jen Extra says, the question should be, why are they there? Not what they are and who they belong to. Beaver Eggs says, something tells me birdshot wouldn't do much given the size of them. Thank you, Bass300, who says, sounds like CG was mum. Coast Guard, I maintain my theory. Hitman Freeloader says, our airspace is so wide open that the U.S. government cannot even detect UFOs or UAPs. One of our viewers said, most videos I see of them, they're well lit. Again, there's reporting that says that we just saw the stories, one or two of the stories I've read you, and the state assemblywoman said they can operate without lighting. Rick Tide on X says, why isn't the military scrambling aircraft to investigate? All right, let's see here. let's see here. There's more comments I want to read for you. A lot of comments here. I'm trying to read as many comments as I can. Stefan L says they are kind of big, so I assume they'd be picked up by all sort of radar. I don't know how big they would need to be picked up by radar, but what I can tell you is that where is it here? In this, where's the article I first read you? The AP article right here. No, that's not it. It's in this one. They appear to avoid detection by traditional methods such as helicopter and radio. And radar stands for radio detection and ranging. So I don't know if radio means they can't be picked up on radar. According to Google, the size of an object that can be detected by a radar depends on the radar's frequency and the object's radar cross-section. Our post of the day, our chatter of the day goes to Robert Leal. Robert Last is our chatter of the day. Congratulations. How did Robert Last get the prestigious chatter of the day reward here at Agenda Free TV? Well, I'll tell you. Robert made this comment. Earlier, Steve downplayed this story and got all upset. So that is how Robert characterized what actually happened, which was on our previous stream about FBI Director Christopher Wray. Lots of people kept posting in the chat about Iranian drones being fired from a mothership. And what I said was, no, there is no Iranian mothership. Do you really think Iran has a ship off the coast of the U.S. that the U.S. is allowing to just sit there for a month and launch drones over the country? And then I said, we may cover the drone story, but this is not the drone story. But apparently our viewer thinks that that was me, playing down the story and getting all upset? So congratulations, Robert. You are our chatter of the day. You join an elite group of chatters that we all love and really make what I do really rewarding and worth doing, and make everybody's life in the chat so much better. Thank you so much, Robert. Do not stop being you, whatever you do. Okay. Anyways, now that that's been taken care of, I want to hold on a second here. We're going to get to that congressman's video. Michael Lauzon, our viewer, thinks it's China. Murph sent me some video about a Jetson 1 drone. I know nothing about this. I'll have to check out that video maybe later, Murph. Thank you. All right. Let's look at what a New Jersey congressman had to say. Texas boy says if they are from a foreign government, why would they have lights? That's what Texas boy says. Okay, I want to show you what this congressman had to say. Yesterday, Josh Gottheimer. This is Josh Gottheimer's official House of Representatives page. He held a press call to discuss the drone sightings. Josh Gottheimer. And there's a video that he made. And I haven't even watched the video. I think we should watch Josh Gottheimer's video. We don't have to watch the whole thing. It's 7 minutes long. Maybe I can... Right now, that's a little big. Let me see if I can maybe do it this way. Here, I'll do it this way and get it all on the screen at once. Josh Gottheimer, Congressman from New Jersey. Hang on a moment, folks. We will get this on the screen for you. And then the text should say yesterday. NJ Congressman Josh Gottheimer. Oopsie. Okay, we're going to watch what he has to say. Marmalade thinks NORAD would be all over this if it were a threat. Hey, thanks to Crazy Yoda, who says Pentagon says not hostile, but not who owns them. How is it possible to not have military or law enforcement assets? Simply follow the drones to see where they go. If commercial, no one is claiming them. Thanks, Crazy Yoda. Thank you also, Red Squirrel 82, who says, how can they say they aren't a threat when they don't know their origin, their intent, or what they really are? Thank you, Joner Games, for the gift membership. Thank you to Denise Horton for being a member. Okay, again, I haven't watched this video, but he said this was from yesterday when he talked about this. So let's listen to Congressman Josh Gottheimer, what he had to say yesterday about this.
We're a minute late here. I apologize. I think we'll be ready to roll. Zach, you want to?
Yeah, we're all ready to roll.
Good, but if anyone has any questions, they'll raise their hand after.
Yep.
Okay, great. Excellent. Just before Thanksgiving, when families gathered to spend time with loved ones, unidentified drones began gathering across 10 different counties in New Jersey, including in my district in northern New Jersey. Now our communities in northern New Jersey have been seeing more and more drones flying above them. There have been reports of that nearly daily to my office and, of course, publicly in the news. Some reports by witnesses have even suggested that these drones were the size of small cars or planes, causing nearly 50 reported sightings in just one night. I've heard the concerns from my constituents. Again, we've heard regularly from families in my district about drone sightings. They're concerned about the safety of their families, of course, and what these increasing sightings could mean for them and for our communities. As has been reported, the governor of New Jersey and the Secretary of Homeland Security briefed the congressional delegation last week. As I have also been in regular communication with our federal law enforcement officials, including the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, and have asked for classified briefings on any activity in New Jersey. Based on the information I have, and the briefings have been in threats to public safety regarding these drones. That said, I understand why lots of people in New Jersey are concerned. They'd like more information. There's been not enough information disclosed to the public from federal law enforcement officials and the agencies who are chiefly responsible for monitoring drone activity. That's why I've written to the FBI, to the Department of Homeland Security, and the FAA, asking them to immediately brief the public on the recent drone activity and help allay the concerns of many across our state. Again, I'm asking federal law enforcement to brief the residents and families of New Jersey so they can address any concerns they have. We can never play it too safe, as you know, when it comes to fighting to protect Jersey families, especially. That's why I think it's critically important that we get this information out there. It's also why I'm focused on making sure that random, unidentified drone activity isn't something that our communities have to deal with going forward. We must ensure federal, state, and local governments have the resources they need to detect and counter drone threats should they ever arise. That's why I'm announcing new steps I'm taking to support local law enforcement efforts to keep our communities safe, ensure drone safety, and empower our federal partners with what they need to do so. As of September, for recreational purposes. And while advancements in technology have made life easier, and drones specifically have been great in capturing the amazing views of our beaches here in Jersey, for example, that same advantage could be leveraged by those with bad intentions to dangerous effects. In 2019, a drone was spotted 3,500 feet over Teterboro Airport, halting Newark airport traffic. And on November 26th, just a
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. It's like a 7-minute video. So you heard he wants the federal authorities to publicly address the people of New Jersey about this. Let me kind of skip ahead a little bit here.
Supporting local law enforcement activity in group settings. There's huge potential and current use for misuses of drones and support sightings of drones in Jersey airspace. I know Governor Murphy has already put out public information. Our federal partners should be out there front and center on this as well. This will be critical in reassuring public safety and ensuring that our efforts to safeguard our national security keep up with advancing technology and any terrorists who might be looking to do us harm. Second, I'm introducing legislation to expand federal grants.
All right, I'll skip ahead a little more.
Of the law enforcement caucus. Sentence for anyone who uses a drone. Also supported the FBI. That's 800-225-5 to respond to security threats posed by drones, keeping our families, our communities, and our nation safe. Now, I want to take a moment and encourage everyone to continue reporting any sightings or information. Call FBI. That's 800-225-5324, or uploading any photos or videos of these drones at tips.fbi.gov. tips.fbi.gov. The bottom line is this. I know there are many concerns when it comes to the threat of unidentified drone activity in Jersey and our counties and our state. I've been in the room during many classified discussions about our national security, and I know that we are fortunate to literally have the best in the world protecting us at home and around the world, defending our values and defending our nation and protecting our communities. Together, I'm hopeful that the announcements we're making today and the action that I'm announcing today on many fronts will help protect our communities, support law enforcement, support our federal partners to keep our skies safe, and ensure that our best days in the greatest country in the world will always be ahead of us. With that, God bless you. God bless our great country. Now I'm happy to take some questions. Looks like we have 4 minutes later.
All right, that was the end of the video they posted. So that was Josh Gottheimer, congressman from New Jersey, who said that his district is one of the ones where they've had drone sightings in New Jersey. Okay. So there you go. By the way, I think with that video, there was a little bit of an issue. Like the video itself, I think it was like the playback was a little messed up, so it would go kind of slow and then it would speed up. I don't think he was speaking that fast as he was speaking in the video some of the time. I think that was a bit of a hiccup with the video. It looked like they were streaming it yesterday, and it looks like they had a bit of a hiccup with the tech of it. Okay. Cory Booker. Senator Cory Booker posted about this, so I wanted to show you something about that. Let me take a few comments. Then I'll show you what New Jersey Senator Cory Booker had to say. I see what's going on here. Here we go. All right, let's see. Jamie Rowland says, I wonder if this is since it's at night. Again, it's reportedly these happen between like around dusk and 11 p.m. Jamie says, I wonder since this is at night, they are mapping and watching Trump and areas he frequents. Brian Shai says, the government can get involved. Besides, the size of the drones are a threat to the country. Katya T says, maybe the drones are attempting to detect a legitimate threat of some kind. Julia Gianni says, Elon is eating steaks at Mar-a-Lago. This should interest him. It could be his new function, drones who intercept drones. Riri Patton says, experiment. They want feds to search for them. Is there video footage of the drones? I don't have any videos I can show you. It sounds like some people have posted some stuff online. There's these two photos here that are purportedly of drones about a week ago that AP posted. I haven't been getting down the whole, going into the groups discussing this and seeing videos and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys, some of you have. By the way, here's what Senator Cory Booker said. He has posted about this today. Oh, this is from yesterday. We need continued transparency and vigilance as authorities investigate unauthorized drone flights across our area. He's from New Jersey. That's why I'm sharing my letter to federal agencies coordinating the investigation. He wrote a letter to Department of Transportation Secretary Buttigieg, FBI Director Wray, who says he's resigning in January, and DHS Secretary Mayorkas. He said, this is from Cory Booker, United States Senator. Over the past several weeks, there have been multiple confirmed sightings of unexplained drone activity over New Jersey communities and military installations. These sightings have been confirmed by local and state authorities, prompting the FBI to open an investigation into the sightings and the FAA to impose flight restrictions over Picatinny Arsenal in Morris County, which is a military research and manufacturing facility, and Trump National Golf Club Bedminster in Somerset County. On December 4th, New Jersey Governor Murphy convened a briefing with DHS Secretary Mayorkas, state agencies, and members of New Jersey congressional delegation. The unexplained drone activity in and around New Jersey continues, however, with reports on December 9th of drone sightings over Naval Weapons Station Earl in Monmouth County. Senator Booker says, I recognize the need to maintain operational security of ongoing investigations and that this situation requires complex interagency coordination. However, there is a growing sense of uncertainty and urgency across the state of New Jersey from constituents and local officials alike, despite assurances that the drones pose no known threats to public safety. As such, I urge you, he says, to share any relevant information about these drone sightings with the public. Without transparency, I believe that rumors, fear, and information will continue to spread. By the way, are we going to hear something publicly from these federal agencies about this? I don't know. He also said here, let me show you here. Hold on. At the bottom, he says, I also request that the DHS, FBI, and FAA provide a briefing. Now, this actually happened. Provide a briefing to New Jersey's municipal and county officials on the current situation to include the federal government's response to date. So that briefing, I believe, happened today, and we read you from Assemblywoman Dawn Fantasia. We read you earlier in this post. Earlier in the stream, we read you Dawn Fantasia's account of that briefing. So you can rewind and watch that, or go to Dawn Fantasia's X account. And finally, right at the bottom, he says, I don't know if you can see this, but I will read you what Senator Booker says at the bottom there. Senator Booker writes at the end of his letter, he says, it is our shared obligation to ensure that our airspace is safe and secure, and I am committed to giving New Jerseyans peace of mind about these activities. I am eager to assist with investigations into origins of these activities and to work with you to develop policies to protect New Jersey's population and infrastructure from malicious drone activity. And then he says, I look forward to continued communication between my office and your teams as we address this matter. I mean, clearly, people in New Jersey care about this a bunch. I mean, I don't think Cory Booker would be writing this letter and publicizing it unless he thought that it was important to his constituents. So this letter he just put out there, he posted this yesterday. Senator Booker from New Jersey. I think Phil Murphy posted about something too. What did Phil Murphy have to say? Hold on. Governor Murphy, he reposted Cory Booker's post with his letter. One of our viewers says they're just Amazon delivery drones. Let's see here. One of our viewers said all of the videos are obviously planes, bored people looking for excitement in life. Many examples of airborne hysteria in our country's history. So to be clear, some of these sightings recently might be, not legitimate. But you just saw Senator Cory Booker say a number of these sightings are confirmed. And remember here, it says here in the AP article, the number of sightings has increased in recent days. Though many officials say many of the objects seen may have been planes rather than drones, it's also possible that a single drone has been reported more than once. But numerous sightings have been confirmed by authorities. Washington Post has an article, mystery drone sightings in New Jersey have residents demanding answers. Take some more comments from you guys. Let's see. AAA says spy drone not blinking. Matt says this is literally hysteria. Let's see here. Lauren NJ says Booker is useless. He is not one to talk about transparency. And it took him and others over a month to start being tough and heroic about it. I believe the first sightings were around December 18th, so a little less than a month ago. Get the DH handout released by Montvale Mayor Mike Gassali, who attended the meeting. I haven't even seen that. Mike Gassali? Where did he post it? Like on his Facebook page? Oh, okay. Okay, so Mike Gassali, Mayor Mike Gassali of Montvale, New Jersey, I believe, right? Yeah, Montvale, New Jersey, Mayor Mike Gassali on Facebook. He posted, I attended a briefing at the New Jersey State Police Headquarters with fellow mayors and representatives from the Department of Homeland Security to discuss the issue of drones in New Jersey. While the New Jersey State Police clearly share our concerns, the Department of Homeland Security's response was unconvincing, he says. Rather than alleviating concerns, it heightened my apprehensions regarding the federal government's approach to this critical issue. The message conveyed was that there is no credible threat, that yet they are flying over critical infrastructure and their point of origin and destination remains unidentified. They will eventually find out, but for now we don't know anything else. And he posted a couple pictures of this briefing. And then what is this document he linked to here? So what is this? This looks like it's not about New Jersey. This looks like it's some sort of general DHS document. Oh no, down here. Okay, so this is a document posted by the mayor of Montvale, New Jersey, Mike Gassali, on his Facebook page. So I guess maybe this document is a handout from the meeting, but I'm not sure. Wow, it's a whole thing. I'll post a link to this. I'm going to post a link to this in the chat. You can go through the whole thing. It's a 4-page document. I just posted a link to it in the chat. So let me skim through. There's an active federal investigation. According to the FBI, there are no known specific or credible threats related to these sightings. Have there been other sightings outside of New Jersey? There have been other drone sightings of this type, both nationally and internationally. However, any questions about confirmed sightings of drones that are similar to what we're seeing in New Jersey will have to be referred to the FBI. Why has the FAA temporarily prohibited drones in Bedminster and Picatinny Arsenal if there's no threat? The FAA often imposes temporary flight restrictions to ensure the safety and security of sensitive areas, regardless of immediate threats. Airspace restrictions can also apply to all drones to prevent interference with ongoing investigations and ensure airspace safety. Are the drones believed to be operated by local hobbyists, commercial businesses, or the military or another group? At this time, it is unclear who's operating the drones. The state of New Jersey and its agencies are not involved in the operation of these reported drones. Do you have any information specific? It looks like these are maybe questions that were asked at the meeting. Do you have any information specific to the drones, such as their manufacturer and model? Specific details about the drones are not available at this time, as a federal investigation is still ongoing. Shouldn't drones have tracking devices that indicate registration numbers? Yes, drones are generally required to have tracking capabilities. However, not all drones comply, and investigations are ongoing to identify the operators. Again, this looks like Q&A from this meeting today. Could drone activity be mistaken for general aviation aircraft, such as planes or smaller helicopters? Yes, drones can sometimes be mistaken for these things. But again, I've seen reports, including from Senator Cory Booker, that some of these, and the Coast Guard, that some of these sightings are confirmed. Why can't authorities or the military shoot down or capture a drone mid-flight? State and local authorities do not have the legal ability to mitigate threatening drone activity at this time. They're not allowed to, I guess. Federal agencies and the U.S. military have different legal abilities and technical capabilities. All right. Determining whether a drone is a threat can be difficult. Many are used for legitimate purposes, and distinguishing between a benign and malicious drone requires accurate identification and assessment. Drones can vary in size, speed, and technology. Small drones are hard to detect and target, while larger drones may be more resilient to certain countermeasures. Shooting down a drone can pose safety risks to people and property on the ground. Debris from a downed drone can cause injury or damage, especially in populated areas. A fair point, it seems like. Engaging a drone requires legal considerations. Unauthorized actions could have legal repercussions. While non-kinetic methods such as jamming or hacking can be used, they require sophisticated technology and expertise. What if a member of the public attempts to shoot down a drone? Shooting down a drone in New Jersey is illegal and violates federal law. As drones are regulated by the FAA, if you shoot down a drone, you could face significant fines or even imprisonment, up to $250,000 fine and up to 20 years imprisonment. How should the public report this suspicious drone activity? They say they give a phone number and stuff here. I'll post a link to this document again. Is there a particular time when sightings reports increase? At this time, sighting reports reportedly appears to occur in the late afternoon and evening hours. How many drones have been tracked back to their operators? Have there been any arrests? As of now, there are no confirmed traces or arrests. Okay, anyway, thanks to the viewer who shouted out this document. So again, I got this document from the Facebook page of Mayor Mike Casale of Montvale, New Jersey, who said he was at this meeting today with federal officials and state representatives and officials and politicians, I guess. Mayors and representatives from the he was there. Mayors were there. DHS, New Jersey State Police. We know there was assembly people there from the state. So I'm going to again post a link to that document that he posted, and that appears to be Q&A from that meeting. Appears to be. If you want to look at it, you can. And you can also go to Mike Casale's Facebook page. Mayor Mike Casale on Facebook. Okay, interesting. Thanks to our viewer for mentioning that. Okay. Hey, a quick thanks, by the way, to Camus83489. Who says, so it's illegal to shoot down drones, but the government isn't doing anything to stop the drones? That's what Camus says. Obi-Wan, thank you. Obi-Wan says, I think it's the government 100%. I mean, is it some sort of government program they're not allowed to talk about or something? I have no idea. Obi-Wan says, I live in South Jersey. Before the drone sightings, I was seeing Chinooks, Ospreys, and various military planes more frequently. I'm not the only one who noticed the increase in activity, says Obi-Wan. Thank you, R.S. Pat, who thinks it's incompetence that they haven't followed the drones back to where they're coming from. Thanks, R.S. Pat. Thank you, Dish Pan Dan, for your support, who thinks it is Amazon delivering care packages to people in need. Otherwise, techies sending packages to underground forces fighting the Sith Emperor. Thank you, Dish Pan Dan. Thank you, Lethal Old Fart. who says the DoD's severe lack of any sense of urgency is alarming, leads me to believe it's their own drones. Thank you, Gurhan, who says the hot air balloons didn't get picked up on radar because they were so small that the filters ignored them. Thank you, Joner Games, for the gift membership, by the way. Wow. So again, these drones have been seen in New Jersey, mostly in New Jersey, for almost a month now. Yes, I am still in Mexico City where I'm visiting. It is a lovely city. Let's see. We're going to read you a little more about this. Moonshadow says New Jersey most condensed population in U.S. Is that true? Gerald Shorts thinks the military has places to test new technology and it's not over public places. TCG thinks they should, if they just said it was needed for national defense, no one would care. I wonder if that's the case. If that's true, maybe they wouldn't want to let foreign countries know they're testing something. I don't know. Messi says we can't track or follow them either, apparently. Melissa thinks they're out tonight in her city to Murrieta, California. Now, maybe there's drones there that aren't related to the ones in New Jersey. I don't know. Friendly Creative Seal says drones just being drones. TCR Dev says our LMAO, our government is useless. All right, let's check this out. Laserworm says flying torta trucks. Thank you, Laserworm, for your support. Let's check out this article from the Washington Post. Mystery drone sightings in New Jersey have residents demanding answers. This article is from today. A rash of mystery drone sightings across central New Jersey is worrying residents and prompting government officials to seek action. State and local representatives say there have been dozens of reports of large drones, again, supposedly larger than hobby drones, speeding over residents' homes, businesses, and public areas, scaring the people in their communities. Federal investigators said they don't have answers yet, but added they don't believe the drones pose a public threat. Governor Phil Murphy said Monday the drones have been spotted near important areas such as the Picatinny Arsenal, a military research and manufacturing facility, and over President-elect Trump's golf course in Bedminster. I'm hoping we'll get answers sooner rather than later, Murphy said. He has publicly stated there is no known threat from the drones. FBI Newark's field office and the New Jersey State Police have been investigating the reports for about a month, and the FAA has imposed drone flight restrictions near Bedminster and Picatinny while authorities investigate. I wonder if I can find those FAA restrictions. Maybe if you remind me, I'll look that up. Representative Jeff Van Drew, congressional representative from New Jersey, said that the drones pose a national threat and suggested they be shot down in a statement Wednesday. He said the time to act on this information is now before the threat escalates any further. Whether this is a foreign adversary or even just a group of drone hobbyists, we cannot allow unidentified drones to operate freely in our airspace with no consequences. I'll just read the end of the article here. 20 Morris County mayors penned a letter to Governor Murphy demanding a full investigation into the drones to determine the origin, purpose, and compliance with applicable regulations. The mayors wrote, despite inquiries made to relevant authorities, we have yet to receive satisfactory answers about the purpose, operators, or safety protocols governing these flights. As I mentioned, Senator Cory Booker wrote a letter to federal investigators asking the DHS, FBI, and FAA to brief local government authorities about the current situation, which I believe they did today. The House Homeland Security Committee discussed the flights at a joint hearing Tuesday, where Keith Jones, the Deputy Executive Assistant of Air and Marine Operations for U.S. Customs and Border Protection, said federal investigators haven't been able to identify the drones yet. So the federal government says they have not been able to identify the drones yet. I think I could probably get you the statement from Representative Drew. Hold on. Where is it here? Well, he posted a video of him talking on Fox, which I can't play you. But he also said, Congressman Jeff Van Drew said, what we've uncovered is alarming. Drones flying in the direction of the ocean, possibly linked to a missing Iranian mothership. Again, the Pentagon today denied that they were coming from an Iranian mothership. The Pentagon said they assessed these are not coming from a foreign country, a foreign adversary. This is a national security issue, crisis we cannot ignore. Bring them down now, he said. Let's take some more comments from you guys. You can see here, as Reuters reports, no Iranian drone mothership off the U.S., Pentagon says. Randall Dobbins says our government knows. Hey, maybe a good time for another poll question. Does the U.S. government know what these drones are? I'm going to ask that poll right now, that poll question. Know what these drones are. All right. YouTube, I have just posted it for you. Twitch, I'm about to post it for you. What do you think? Let's see what you guys have to say about this. Over on YouTube, the current poll result is 82% on YouTube thinks the U.S. government knows what these drones are. 82% on YouTube. Callie Voltaire says, we hope the government knows what they are. On Twitch, let's see here. We have 84% on Twitch thinks the government knows what these drones are. Tina Lair says, no way they don't know. Is that why the government is saying there's no why they're just we were hearing these government statements about there being no public risk kind of thing? Gary Hills says lots of Navy helicopters heading to the sea off San Diego. So Gary, I'm not a flight radar expert, but I can't really look at flight radar and say that's a big deal because for all I know that happens regularly. So I should check the latest headlines, but if there's weird flight radar stuff going on that doesn't normally happen, some of the people I follow who know about that stuff will post about it. But I can't go to flight radar and just look at what's there and say, oh, that's great. That shouldn't be happening because I don't know what it's like normally. DJS thinks it's just normal trading. I don't know, but again, I haven't heard reporting anything, any kind of big new flight radar crisis or something. But I'll let you know if I do. Donald Trump announced that Kari Lake will be the director of Voice of America News, the government-run news agency. I just saw that. Mika Solner, hat tip to her, from Punchbowl News. I'm going to read you what Donald Trump said about that. By the way, a quick thanks to Gregory Mason for your support. I really appreciate that, Gregory Mason. Donald Trump just posted about this on his Truth Social. Let me show you. Sorry, the poll. So the poll, 82% in both YouTube and Twitch thinks the government knows what these drones are. Thank you for voting in the poll. Okay, now let's read what Trump had to say. Trump says, I am pleased to announce that Kari Lake will serve as our next director of the Voice of America. That is a news organization run by the U.S. government. I sometimes read their articles. They write about. I know they cover international news a bunch. And she will be appointed by and work closely with our next head of the U.S. Agency for Global Media, who I will announce soon, to ensure that the American values of freedom and liberty are broadcast around the world fairly and accurately, unlike the lies spread by the fake news media. Carrie was a beloved anchor in Arizona, which supported me by record margins for over 20 years. Congratulations, Carrie. Yeah, so the articles that I read from VOA tend to be like, regular news articles. The articles, I would say fairly regularly, I read VOA articles. And the articles I read are not like, America's the best. They're more kind of like international news coverage stuff. So let me tell you a little, I don't want to get all down this VOA road now. Now, I'm guessing maybe they do other things as well. But just so you know what it is here. This is a government website, USA.gov. The Voice of America is an international multimedia broadcaster with service to more than 40 languages. Voice of America provides news, information, and cultural programming through the internet, mobile, and social media, radio, and television. Wikipedia says of VOA, it is funded by the federal government of the U.S. It's the largest and oldest of the U.S. international broadcasters. It distributes programming and news around the world. Its targeted and primary audience is non-American outside of U.S. borders. It was established in 1942, and the VOA charter was signed into law in 1976 by President Ford. It is headquartered in D.C. I was trying to find just like a short summary of the purpose of it. I mean, I'm guessing the purpose is to like spread an American perspective. VOA Public Relations. It's the largest U.S. international broadcaster. VOA Charter. The charter was signed into law by Gerald Ford. The charter protects the editorial independence and integrity of VOA programming. The long-range interests of the U.S. are served by communicating directly with the peoples of the world by radio. To be effective, the VOA must win the attention and respect of listeners. These principles will therefore govern VOA broadcast. VOA will serve as a consistently reliable and authoritative source of news. VOA news will be accurate, objective, and comprehensive. VOA will represent America, not any single segment of American society, and will therefore present a balanced and comprehensive projection of significant American thought and institutions. VOA will present the policies of the U.S. clearly and effectively, and will also present responsible discussion and opinion on these policies. So again, it's clearly supposed to get an American perspective out there, but as part of their charter, they're saying, well, to actually get people to listen to it and respect it, it needs to be reliable and authoritative and objective. So anyways, Trump has announced that Carrie Lake will be the next director of Voice of America. I think she's a former news anchor. Thank you, Don Co, for watching over there on X. Prep says the same type of drones were seen this evening in Canada. I mean, my reaction to that is, how do we know they're the same type of drones? I don't know that, but how do we, I mean, maybe there were some drones seen there, but I don't know that they're the same type. I don't know that they're behaving the same and that kind of thing. I don't, maybe they are, I don't know. I do not know. One of our viewers just mentioned VOA's mission, Evelyn in Maine. I don't want to just get down this too far down this VOA road. Yes, so U.S. Agency for Global Media, which I guess oversees Voice of America, because it's on their website, U.S. Agency for Global Media. They say the mission of the United States Agency for Global Media is to inform, engage, and connect people around the world in support of freedom and democracy. Okay? It's funny, I think Steve Herman, who I follow, who's a good reporter, longtime White House reporter, I think he's with VOA. I wonder if he has responded. No, he just reposted about Kari Lake. But I wonder what people who work at VOA think about that. I have no idea. Anyways, that was his post. Lorenzo St. Clair says Amazon drones would be able to be tracked on ADS-B. Yeah, I don't think there's an. I think clearly if these were Amazon drones, we would have that answer by now. Israel 2024 sent me supposed videos of drones. Oh, I guess they're from TikTok. You know, I can't show these on the air because I don't own the rights to them. But yeah, you know, I'm going to have to later. I've heard there's like message boards where lots of people are posting about this, and I'm sure there's like videos floating around the internet. I'll have to like look later into that. I haven't gone around on the internet to search for videos of this stuff, supposed videos. Eddie, our viewer, says all this drone hype is nothing more than our government preparing our society to get used to them being up there. It's going to be the way of the future for the police and government to control us. Stefan L. says if it's a government drone, that could mean they're searching for something that could cause panic if they spoke about it, like nuclear or biological weapons. Otherwise, if those drones were any other kind of military operations, why would they keep going knowing the attention they got publicly? Yeah, Kiwi NZ, we talked about that Coast Guard report here. In the AP article, it says a Republican congressman said a Coast Guard commanding officer briefed him on an incident over the weekend in which a dozen drones followed a motorized Coast Guard lifeboat in close pursuit near Barnegat Light and Island Beach State Park in Ocean County. Coast Guard Lieutenant Luke Pineo told the AP that multiple low-altitude aircraft were observed in vicinity of one of our vessels near Island Beach State Park. The aircraft were not perceived as an immediate threat and didn't disrupt operations. He said the Coast Guard is assisting the FBI and state agencies in investigating. Chris, a Texas boy, says, why shoot them down? Just locate them and don't let them take off. All right, hang on a moment here. I just wanted to show you this. Reuters says no Iranian drone mothership off the United States, Pentagon says. The Pentagon today flatly dismissed claims by a U.S. lawmaker that Iran might be launching drones over New Jersey from a mothership off the East Coast. There is no truth to that, said Pentagon spokesperson Sabrina Singh. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones toward the United States. Hold on, I just have to get... Why is it everything is sorry that the word drone is that those words are highlighted there. Don't worry about that. A Republican Congressman, Jeff Van Drew, who's from New Jersey, said he had uncovered what appeared to be an Iranian plot. He said, what we've uncovered is alarming: drones flying in the direction of the ocean, possibly linked to a missing Iranian mothership. He also said that on Fox News. The FAA said it had began receiving reports of drone activity near Morris County, New Jersey on Monday, November 18th. The FAA has barred drone flights over Picatinny Arsenal Military Base and Trump National Golf Club, Bedminster. Last week, the FBI and New Jersey police asked the public to report any information related to recent sightings of possible drones flying in several areas along the Raritan River. Did I see this FBI announcement? Did they post that somewhere? Here, I got it. Oh, I found it. FBI Newark seeks information on drone sightings. December 3rd. The FBI Newark, New Jersey State Police, and New Jersey Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness are asking for the public to report any information related to the recent sightings of possible drones flying in several areas along the Raritan River. Witnesses have spotted the cluster of what looked to be like drones and a possible fixed-wing aircraft. We have reports from the public and law enforcement dating back several weeks. That is from a week ago. Reuters also said, the Pentagon said initial assessment had shown the drones were not from another country and that the U.S. military had not shot them down because they did not pose a threat to any military installations. The latest drone sightings are a reminder of the growing concern about proliferation of drone technology and the potential security situations, given that drones can carry surveillance technology or even explosives. At a press conference, House of Representatives Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries was asked about the lack of information about the New Jersey drones. He said, "We need a greater degree of transparency from law enforcement authorities, and we will make sure that happens in the days and weeks to come." Clinton says there's a video going around saying the drones emerged out of the ocean and flew to Oyster Creek nuclear plant. I know nothing about that. Lego Mike says we have no pictures. I mean, there are photos floating around. AP ran a couple photos, but I mean, I can't confirm them. This is a photo from, I showed you these from the AP article. Isn't this one from, which one is which? One's from Randolph, New Jersey. This is from Bernardsville, New Jersey, and Randolph, New Jersey. That is, AP says that is drones flying over Bernardsville. And the other one is alleged drones flying over Randolph. I mean, there's this kind of stuff. Sherry S. says you can't not know and claim no threat. Plenty of videos, photos, and Facebook Live feeds, says Rose Garvey. Yeah, again, I haven't really gotten into all of it, so I'm sure some of you have seen more than me. But I also don't know about the legitimacy of the videos, so. Give me 1 second here. According to NJ.com, one of the earliest sightings was in November 13th, a confirmed sighting of an unauthorized drone near Picatinny Arsenal, which is an Army facility, according to military officials. That's what NJ.com said. Chris N said saw some weird pics on X. I'll read a few more comments here. Thank you, Howard Lintz, for your support. Howard says, obviously, Iran doesn't have a mothership. They'd have a fathership. That's from Howard Lintz. Thanks, Howard Lintz, for your support. Thank you to Crypto King for shouting out the moderators. Thank you, Alicia Alexander, who says military posturing to Russia/China. What is below where the drones were? I mean, I don't know all the places they've been sighted. They were sighted near a military research and manufacturing facility. They were sighted over, I guess, Trump's Bedminster golf course. But I don't know all the places they have been sighted at. Roger Shoemaker said, just saw a video of them on X, crazy beautiful. Again, I'm not sure. I can't verify the various drone videos. Then, like, there's a CBS News video they posted today that says New Jersey man on car-sized drone hovering near him. I don't have the rights to show these things, so I can't really speak to them. But maybe if we cover this again, I'll watch some soon and we can talk more about it. I mean, there's all kinds of videos on social media and stuff, but I don't know if they're legit. I don't know when they're coming from. Josh Hawley, who's a Republican senator, posted yesterday, if our government doesn't really know what these giant drones are over New Jersey and our military bases, they're even more incompetent than we thought, he said. Time for them to level with us about what's really going on. Wow. Well, how does this story end up developing? I'm guessing we'll hear more one way or the other. It's not going to be like forever that they're unknown, or they'll go away. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. Let's see. Let me read a few more comments. Susan Stater says it's pretty darn strange. Lazy Dong Service says needs some high detailed daylight video. Mothman thinks some of them are aircraft. Yeah, I'm not going to get in. If you want to read about it, I don't know that there's any connection. There have been stories recently about drones that like flew over or near U.S. bases. We've talked about this before. I don't know if I can find like really quick some sort of article about it. I can direct you to something. Yeah, so if you want to read something about this kind of stuff, you can go to the War Zone, who has an article on November 27th, drone incursions over U.S. Air Force bases in UK enter second week. And I will post a link to that, and you can read that from them. And then there was a article from them on November 25th. Mysterious drones have descended in on U.S. air bases. Mysterious drones have descended again on U.S. air bases in the U.K. And again, that is from the War Zone. It's a good site. I don't want to get all into that now because I mean, who knows if there's a connection, but at least on the face of it, it's a different story. But that's the twz.com, and you can read about that. And the first paragraph in one of the stories that the War Zone posted, the one from November 27th, said after more than a week of drones being spotted over 4 of its facilities in England, U.S. Air Force officials are still trying to find out who is flying them, why they're being flown, and the relationship between incidents at different installations. But they are not being operated by your average drone enthusiasts. And so again, I just posted the link to those articles on the War Zone. You can read all about that there. Hey, thanks, by the way, so much to Denise Horton. Hey, that's really kind of you. I appreciate your note and your support for the channel. Denise Horton, thank you. Really nice of you. All right. Let me just see if I have any other updates on this or anything I want to mention. People are sending me stuff on social media, like videos and stuff. I can't show that stuff. I don't even own the rights to it, but I'm not going to. There's a lot of stuff, as I'm sure you can imagine. There's a lot of very poorly sourced, if sourced at all, stuff flying around the internet on this. So I'm not going to get all into that. I'm sure you will be, if you want to stay up all night and look up stuff on the internet about this, there's more than enough for you to keep reading. Oregon Guy, our viewer, says, I think we should shoot a few of them down and find out what they are. All right. Guys, can I take just to do it, I will pull up flight radar, but again, I don't know what normally flies there, so I can't do much good looking at Flight Radar 24. Also, U.S. and other flight radars, U.S. military planes fly all the time over the country. Just so you know. Where is that thing? So if you want to, you can look at, here's Flight Radar 24. But I'm not going to be able to be insightful on this. Where is it? New Jersey is here. I mean, there's a lot of planes over New Jersey. Hold on. New Jersey. I don't know, If there's military planes over there, they probably fly around all the time over there. If you want, you can go to you can go to flightradar24.com and look around if you feel like it. ADSB Exchange, you can actually do a thing where you search for military aircraft. I don't know if you can do that on Flight Radar. Can you do that on Flight Radar 24? I don't even know. Oh yeah, military and government. I just did a search on Flight Radar 24 for military and government. I'm not really seeing much. There's a plane. It's a NATO plane. Right there. There's a plane. It's supposed to say military and government. American Airlines. Anyways. You can also go to ADSB Exchange, which is another flight tracking site, another good site. And you can do a search over there as well. Where is it here? How do I do that there? It's just military. Yeah, military. You click on the U. I mean, according to ADSB Exchange, there's not much military plane activity over New Jersey right now. At least what's coming up on them. That's ADSB Exchange. Those are both really good flight tracking sites. ADSBExchange.com and FlightRadar24.com. I recommend both of them. Check them out. Oh, thank you so much. Gringo, who actually lives in Mexico, just gifted 50 memberships in YouTube. Wow, that is incredibly generous. Please make sure you thank Gringo if you got a membership from Gringo or if you got a gift sub from somebody. Thanks also Chris VKC for the bits on Twitch, and New Dragons for subscribing on Twitch, and Psyops for subscribing on Twitch, and Timido1 for the bits on Twitch. Oh, I got behind on the Twitch thank yous. I am so sorry. That's my bad. Sorry, guys. Again, Gringo, that's really nice of you. Thank you. Thank you also, Axsmith, for your support. Axsmith says the space aliens are here. And Paranormal Theory, who says going out this weekend and shooting a vid on it. Just someone said there are no drones on Flight Radar 24. I am a silver member subscriber and there's nothing. I don't know that drones of 6 feet wide would come up on Flight Radar 24 or on, well, maybe they'd come up on ADSB Exchange, because I know ADSB Exchange sometimes shows like law enforcement drones. So maybe they'd come up over there. I don't know. But I do know ADSB Exchange sometimes shows law enforcement drones. I mean, sometimes they come up on Flight Radar 24, I guess. I don't know how big those are, though. But feel free to go to those sites and peek around what different things are flying around New Jersey if you want. All right. Let's see. You know what? You know what, guys? We could talk about this more and more and more, but I think what I'm going to do is wait to see if there's further developments. And if there's further big developments in this, we'll do another stream on that. How does that sound? How does that sound? Does that sound all right? I think we covered the basics. You can rewind if you want. We did a bunch of stuff on this. So I will certainly keep an eye on this story. And if there's significant updates, we'll do another stream on it. But if you missed it, rewind. There's a bunch of stuff for you to see. And I really appreciate you being here for our live coverage. Yo-Yo, thanks for being a member. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, Gringo gave 50 more memberships. Oh my gosh. Guys, Gringo gave 50 more memberships. Wow. Gringo. Jeez. That's crazy. Thank you, Gringo. That's incredibly generous of you. Thank you also, Joseph Fiorentino, for your support. Really nice of you, too. Thank you, Joseph Fiorentino. Damian Lewis says, can we do Bigfoot tomorrow? I mean, look, we do have authorities confirming that there are drones being seen. So it's not like no one has confirmed drone sightings. I don't know, what these things are. I haven't told you. I haven't said what they are. Maybe some random people are just flying some drones around and they're good at flying them. I don't know. And they're flying them in a strange way. You know what? Before I wrap up, even though everybody's probably left the stream already, I did say I was going to try to find the FAA flight restrictions. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if we can do this. FAA flight restriction map. Okay, this is New Jersey. Wait. Is it there? Hold on. I made a boo-boo. Zoom out. Zoom out. Why is it not zooming out? I'm clicking on zoom out. Oh. Why is it doing this? That doesn't seem good. I got it. I got the two FAA drone restrictions. I'm pulling them up here. I got them. So before we get off the air, we'll look at these. Okay. Bedminster, New Jersey. That's the one near the golf club. Or temporary flight restrictions for special security reasons. U.S. UAS ops, drone ops may be authorized within the defense, blah, 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 blah. This is a drone restriction. Where does it say? Where does it say it? Notice to airmen. Where does it say drones? UAS is drones. 1 nautical mile from the surface up to and including 1,000 feet AGL. AGL is above ground level. The Department of Homeland Security or Department of Justice may take action that results in interference, disruption, seizure, damaging, or destruction of unmanned aircraft deemed to pose a credible safety or security threat to protected personnel. All right, again, this is the one for Bedminster. I'm trying to read all this. And then the other one is above. The other one is near, location. Picatinny Arsenal, this U.S. military research and manufacturing facility where some drones have been seen near. Issue date November 25th, effective immediately. Temporary flight restriction from the surface up into and including 2,000 feet above ground level. No drone operations are authorized in the areas covered by this NOTAM except as described. Same with this one too. No drone, this is unmanned, UAS is unmanned aircraft system or something. UAS is unmanned aircraft system, yes. So you can see these are both drone flight restrictions by the FAA, one around and above Picatinny Arsenal in New Jersey, and about 25 miles away from that is the Bedminster Golf Course, where Trump's Bedminster Golf Course. And from what I understand, this one, it tells you what it is. Latitude and longitude. I bet I can look this up on Google Maps. I'm going to put this into Google Maps and look it up, but I bet we'll get Trump's golf course. Oops, what happened there? Why didn't it work? I copied it. Copy. Sorry, I forgot to look that up earlier. I found it. Will this work if I put this into Google Maps? I got it. Guys, I put the coordinates from the temporary flight restriction. I literally cut and pasted the coordinates into Google Maps and look at what I got. Look at what I got. Here's what the coordinates come up with. It's literally the golf course, the golf club. Those are the coordinates from the flight restriction. Trump National Golf Course. So there you go. Yeah, so again, this is not a surprise because the news reports had said that the FAA had issued drone flight restrictions for the Trump golf course and that military base. But I'm just showing you that if that other, I literally took the coordinates from that FAA announcement, and it literally is the golf course. So anyways, it's interesting that they do have those two drone flight restrictions, the FAA, the one for the Picatinny Arsenal military base and the one for Bedminster Golf Course. There you go. So they're in effect. Anyways, there they are. All right. I'm glad we got to show that. All right. Now I think now that we've done that, maybe I'll take a couple more comments and then it's going to be our time. Is Trump spending Christmas there? That I do not know. Ruth Krafasi says, as they should. I think she's saying that these are warranted, these FAA drone restrictions. Let's see here. Not Banksy says it's personal with Trump now. Has Trump commented on the drones seen above his golf course? I do not know if he has commented on that. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember seeing it, but I don't know. That FAA information is public information. Susan Logan believes he has not commented. Those restrictions are totally normal? No. PHL Knife, those restrictions were imposed because drones were seen at or near those places. That's why. Have the drones stopped since the restrictions? I don't know if there have been any drones in those two specific locations since the restrictions got put into place, but there have been other drone sightings. Mac Knight says, are you staying in Mexico until this is figured out? Depends on how fast they figure it out. No, I'm not adjusting my schedule because of this. All right, guys, I think it's our time. I really appreciate you joining this stream. As I mentioned, I will certainly keep an eye on this. If there are significant developments, we will cover this more. I mean, I don't know what they are. They're doing something up there. Somebody's flying them, but I don't have an explanation for you. So I really appreciate you tuning in. Thanks to everybody who commented in the chat, who sent me links. I'll have to look at some of those links later, like the videos and stuff. And I appreciate you watching. And hey, subscribe and follow Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news here without an agenda. Agenda Free TV. And even though I'm away, I'm doing my best to come on the air when there's breaking news. And I will post updates on my X account on this and other stories. I would, if you want to keep up with my news reports, then follow me on X, @Lookner on X. @Lookner on X. Follow me over there. And turn on notifications. I don't know when big news is going to happen. There could be breaking news tonight. So if you want to get a notification every time we go live, we have our own notification system. It's free. We do it through Discord. It's super reliable. Sign up to that one. The mods will post the link to the notifications in the chat. And you can find the link to the notifications in the Facebook and YouTube description for this video. Okay. Let's see here. And speaking of mods, huge thanks to our moderators. I know there were a lot of people in the chat tonight, as there often are, but our moderators are awesome. They're the ones keeping it civil and respectful and allow us to have chats. So thank you so much to our moderators. We have Ruth Grafasi and Beth Mythical over there moderating, and others who have been there. Thank you so much to all of our YouTube moderators, Linda Belk and Larry on X. Over on Twitch, we have Surly Dev and all of our other Twitch moderators who have been there. Thank you. And we have, let's see here. On Facebook, Margaret Riley, K. Lowry Body, Paul Anderson, Ronald Egnor. Thank you so much for modding on Facebook. And Robert's May Queen as well. Thank you, Robert, for Robert's May Queen moderating on YouTube. In addition to notifications, we have a chat. You can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. A lot of our viewers like doing that. It's our Discord chat. Check it out. It's the same link as the notifications. And thanks so much to our Discord mods. I really appreciate your help. Hey, a reminder, I do have a personal channel where I am sometimes doing some videos from Mexico City, where I am visiting right now. And I sometimes post personal stuff. It's not a news thing. That channel is called Lookner on YouTube and Look Nerd with a D on Twitch. So if you want to see some non-news live streams from Mexico City, for example. You can check that out over on, where are the past ones? See, a bunch of them recently from Mexico City. You can check that out. Lookner on YouTube and Looknerd with a D on Twitch. And for those who watch Agenda Free TV on YouTube, and if you want to turn the YouTube notifications on, which I think can be helpful in knowing when we're live, you got to do this thing on YouTube, which is click the notifications bell and choose all notifications. So if you're a YouTube subscriber, make sure you have that bell checked, and you want to make sure you have all selected, all, so you get the notifications. All right. Shout out to our Facebook subscribers. Thanks for supporting the channel over there. Leanne Ticknor, Kristen McConnell Gates, Margaret Riley and Kay Lowry Body, Lou Green, Eve Richards, Ronald Egnor, Robert Rial II, Marie Minicello, all of our other Facebook subscribers. Thank you to our Facebook subscribers. And our Twitch subscribers, thanks so much for subscribing over there. People like Shaggy and Wall Street, Jack's Animals, Jackson22, Night Owl, Integrity Farmer Bob, Chi-Town Bear 54, Drunk Can't Cook, and Dubai Whips. Thanks for subscribing. Holistic, Tatsiki, thanks for watching, for being a subscriber. Did I say Shaggy? And all of our other subscribers over there. And on YouTube, our members. Thank you, YouTube members. Raise Back, John Flick, Mama Dukes NY, Evelyn in Maine, Callie Voltaire. Thanks for your support, Callie Voltaire, and everybody else for donating. Did I say that? Well, I thank people individually, but thanks to everybody who donated to the channel. That is really nice of you. Gringo for all the memberships, and Callie Voltaire and everybody else I thanked earlier. I really appreciate that. That's what allows this channel to exist. So thank you. If anybody, and if you ever want to donate, you go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. But thanks for letting this viewer-supported channel exist and bring you news coverage. All right, I got to thank some more of the members over there. Thank you to Naomi Nocturnal, Pixel Panda, Batman, Tallulah Abel, CAC813, Gen X Race OG, Evelyn in Maine, Susie Irish, Mama of Six, Buffalo Women, UV Lightning, Nomad Life, Yo-Yo, Sherry S., Robert Chase, Strange and Scary New England, Toboggan, Palm Tree, Marissa Pugliese, Kyle E., Crazy Yoda, Roger Shoemaker. Oh, and thanks to Cartoon Maps for your support. And also, did I thank Koala Buds, is it? Koala Buds, thank you. I think I answered Koala Buds' question. Thank you, Koala Buds, for your support. And our member, it's Kellen. Our member, Kellen, thank you. And, hey, thanks to everybody else just for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Mista, I don't know why Congressman Jeff Van Drew said that he thought these were drones coming from a Iranian mothership. The Pentagon has denied that. Why he said that, I don't know. I don't know where he got that information. Okay. Thanks to Barnow for watching. Barnowl 2020. Thanks for watching over there on Twitch. Thank you, 60 FPS for watching. Detroit born, all of our other Facebook viewers, Andy Austin. Andy sent me a post, a video of the drone. Thank you, Andy. I'll have to check it out. Or a drone. Thank you. Brian Shai thinks a lot of these wars will end when Trump takes office. Oh, I think he was talking about something else. I was talking about the drones. Thanks, Brian, for watching. Debbie Billings as well. Appreciate it. What Arm Thing Hama, thanks for watching. Eric the Cat. Sunny Strong. Thanks to all of our viewers. Katie Cockrell. Brandy Castagnos. Pistol Pete. Tim B. Mrs. G. L. Hughes. Pretty Sraz. Talk Radio. Shilnader. Thank you. All right, guys. Andy Mia, thanks for being a member as well. That is it for now. Luis Camacho, thanks for watching. Mila Bakes, thank you. You have been watching our live coverage of the mysterious drone sightings in New Jersey. If there's significant developments, we will certainly do another stream. That is it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.